Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Committee on Public Services. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Varga. Here. Commissioner Palomero.
He will be here momentarily, I'm sure.
Commissioner Haddis.
Present.
Commissioner Dobb has requested an excuse. Commissioner Baydoun.
Here.
Commissioner Ware. Chair Marecki.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next item.
Item B, approval of the October 22nd meeting minutes.
So moved.
Okay, we have an approval and support. Any questions? And I'd just like to note that Commissioner Palomero has joined us. Any questions or comments on the minutes? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstaining? All right, motion passes. Next item.
Item C, Chairwoman's remarks.
Okay, I just have one remark that next COPS meeting, and Commissioner Ware has also joined us. Next COPS meeting, which is on the 26th of November, the COPS committee will be taking up the mills. This is the Wilcox Mill and the Newburgh Mill, the City of Plymouth and Livonia. The meeting will be at 9:30 in the morning. We'll have a regular agenda as well because it's hard to stop this agenda moving with all the road stuff. We're hoping to have it downstairs because we expect a lot of people. So just so you know, so it's 9:30 on the 26th, and it will be the mills in case any of your constituents are interested in the subject matter. I'm sure a lot of people in my district are, so. Okay, next item.
Item D, unfinished business. There is none.
Okay, next item.
New business, E1, communication from Beverly J. Watts, Director, Department of Public Services, forwarding the August 2019 report of all complaint calls made.
Okay, this is a receive and file. Any questions? I'm sure you all looked at your districts.
Move to receive and file.
Support.
Okay, we have a move to receive and file and support. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Next item.
Item 2, communication from Beverly J. Watts, Department of Public Services, notification of an emergency procurement with Majeski and Masters for design and construction engineering to the Dix-Pasul Bridge.
Okay, this is also a receive and file because it's after the fact. Does anybody have any questions on this? Is there someone here about this? By any chance? Okay, Ron, you want to just give us a brief, why this happened so quickly and?
Ron Agasinski, Engineering Division. Wayne County is mandated by the Federal Highway Department to have biannual inspections on our bridges. And during one of our routine inspections, there were some steel members that were found that were in serious disrepair. They were rusting away, and that they needed immediate attention to be repaired to make the bridge safe.
Okay. So this is after over a couple day. Okay, any questions? All right, doesn't happen too often. All right, do we have a motion?
Move.
Approval?
Move. This receive and file.
Oh, this is receive and file, yep.
Yes, move to receive and file.
Support.
Okay. Support. All right, motion to receive and file with support. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Motion passes.
Too much snow. Too much.
Okay, next item.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of a retroactive modification 1 to a contract with Florence Cement Company to add inlet protection fabric drops for sedimentation control for the Department of Public Services.
Okay, thank you. This is retroactive, and it was because it wasn't reconciled with the budget. Is anybody here? What exactly did you do in this area as well, Ron? That it was.
Ron Agasinski, Engineering Division. This was a contract to do concrete patching. They had to saw cut bad parts of the concrete there and replace it with new concrete there. One of the things that we missed in the design phase for soil erosion control was to add these inlet protection devices there, and so we added them to the project with a contract modification. However, that exceeded the cost of the blanket order now, and so we have to amend the contract with the contractor to increase the blanket order to make payment on them.
Okay, that was on 8 Mile?
It was on 8 Mile, yes.
Okay. All right, any questions, comments? Direction?
Support.
Okay, we have an approval and support. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Okay, thank you. Motion passes. Next item.
Item 4, requesting commission approval of a sub-grant agreement with Friends of the Detroit River to use part of the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation funds to support a professionally led, community-driven framework plan.
Okay, this is, four. Oh, my stuff's all mixed up. Okay. All right, this is exciting stuff. Elizabeth? Okay.
Support.
You might just want to give us a quick update on this. This is the first time we've seen anything from the Ralph Wilson grant, right?
Elizabeth Isler, Chief of Planning, Wayne County Parks. Yes, this was a group grant submittal with Friends of the Detroit River, the Motor Cities Heritage Association, and Downriver Link Greenways, and then Wayne County Parks and Economic Development. And so of the grant, we submitted for, we received a grant of $400,000. With that, the $600,000, some of that is our in-kind staff time. And then we will do, the entire grant was looking at connecting sort of the missing pieces to different trail connections all over Wayne County. So ours is looking at Hines Drive or Hines Park from Northville to Dearborn. And then we're also, the Ralph C. Wilson is very interested in the connection between Western Wayne County and then Detroit and the surrounding communities. So that's one of the main pieces we're looking at, in addition to some other things.
Okay, so Wayne County's going to kind of head up the,
Yeah, we'll lead this section of that grant piece, and then the others are doing kind of their, like Downriver Link Greenways has their kind of missing gaps they're looking at, and kind of so on.
so the contract's till 2021. So do you think everything will be in place by that time?
Well, this is the planning part of it. So, yeah, I think we'll have more than enough time to get the planning part. But they, again, the foundation's very interested in public input. And so there's a pretty intensive kind of community outreach and with that. So we'll
Okay.
get to all the communities that way.
And it's my understanding they are also interested in maintaining, the Ralph C. Wilson does a lot of stuff, a lot of
Right.
monies for maintaining projects as well.
Yeah, I mean, our interest is, this is kind of the planning piece of it, and then we're hoping to go back after that to get, implementation funding, and then after that to get maintenance funding. But yeah, they're definitely wanting to make sure whatever projects are implemented are, the communities are able to take care of them. So yeah, they're also interested in the maintenance piece
So
too.
will this commission see everything that's coming or?
It'll see what projects that are associated with, I guess, the park system. So any, it's coming up, like the Ann Arbor Trail Connector is an example that connects Hines Park from Livonia coming along Ann Arbor Trail. So we're looking at, there's probably 28 we've identified kind of missing connections that could get people, more safely to Hines Park, with bike or walking. Those pieces you would see. Other communities, you might not see everything, but.
Okay, any questions, comments? Pretty exciting project. Okay, we have an approval and support. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, ayes have it.
I'm just to stay.
Yeah. Okay, next item.
Item 5, requesting commission approval of a grant agreement with Michigan Department of Natural Resources Trust Fund to partially fund the construction of the Vanoy Dorsey Park canoe and kayak launch.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Support.
Another exciting project, all these parks. Yeah. Any questions, comments? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Ayes have it. Next item.
Item 6, requesting commission approval of a cooperative purchase contract with Bell Equipment Company for the purchase of 7 Elgin street sweepers for the Department of Public Services.
Okay, thank you. Anybody here for this? Good morning.
Derek Coley, Equipment Division Director.
Okay,
This contract is to purchase 7 new street sweepers. I'm sad to say that our current fleet of street sweepers is way beyond its lifespan. Out of all of the types of equipment we have, I think all of us in the equipment division and probably roads agree that our street sweeper fleet is probably in the worst shape and probably the furthest beyond its useful life. We were able to allocate money toward those because of the critical need. 7 this year, and I can anticipate that we'll be coming in front of you again very soon to buy 7 more, just based on the commitment and the commitment that the roads division has to complete their sweeping cycles. And with our current fleet, the trucks the sweepers are down so much that it's hard for roads to keep up.
Okay. Any questions? Commissioner Baidoon?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I will move for approval first. What's the life expectancy of a street sweeper?
It depends on how many cycles, I guess, that the roads division is using. The ones that we have now, they go back as far as 2000. They're in the early life of the street sweepers that we have in the fleet now. They were running basically around the clock during sweeping season, and we hope to replace these once we bring them on board and get them into the fleet. We hope to replace them in 10 years. That would be an acceptable life expectancy based on the types of failures that we see after 7 years, after 10 years. But these sweepers that we are getting, they are, an industry leader. Elgin is one of the best. Some of the ones we have now, their reputation isn't so good. But we've pushed them far beyond what anyone expected. We've gotten our use out of them. But typically, to answer your question, Commissioner, we hope to replace them in around 10 years.
And what will happen to this old equipment that we have? Is there any value to this equipment?
The sweepers that we will be replacing, there is basically no value. Right now, they are money pits to us. We hate to throw good money.
So they'll be
at old
scrap,
equipment.
like scrap?
They will be auctioned off through our annual surplus auction.
Okay. Thank you.
Commissioner Haddis?
How many sweepers the county owns?
Right now, I believe we have 21. We hope to replace 7 if this is approved. We will be coming back again probably within 2 months with another request to purchase 7 more. The Roads Division told us last year that they would love to have 21 because they run in teams, and teams are usually 3 sweepers. They ride in staggered formation. As they get full, one will pull back and dump while the other 2 continue to sweep. And then that one joins again, and then they rotate the second one out, and then the third one out. So that is one of the reasons why we hope to renew the fleet within the next 2 years of all 21. That's our goal.
Through the chair, is those used only on the county road or the EV by contract with the state?
I don't know exactly what the Roads Division, what their coverage area is. I do know this, that the state, and this is what I was told last year, that the state has asked us to increase the amount of cycles we have and the amount of coverage we have. That is what I was told last year, and that's why we wanted to get right away and start replacing some of these unreliable sweepers.
Who control in the county where the sweeper be used? County or state?
That would be a question for Roads Division. I don't know if anyone here can answer that. We can get back with you on that and get some answers for you.
Yeah, from my recollection, being a city council, this is a state requirement, right?
Yes.
Because you can lose funding if you don't do it. So are you doing the neighborhoods too in the townships, or just the main roads?
Once again, that's a question
Okay.
for Roads. I don't know, but I will refer that information.
Okay. Go ahead.
To that point, Commissioner Haddis brought up a good point. So if the county sweeps Michigan Avenue or Ford Road, which is MDOT responsibility, do we get reimbursed for this? Is this, this is more additional use of our equipment that's going to lessen the life expectancy of our equipment? I'm just, thinking, do we have a contract with MDOT, for the work that we perform on sweeping Michigan Avenue, Telegraph, Ford Road, for example?
To that point, yes, we do, the county do have a contract with the state, nothing for free. But sometime, what's the problem with municipality is if the county is busy sweeping the county road, then like Ford Road and Michigan Avenue through cities, it'd be delayed for our equipment busy with the county road primarily. So in the past, there was discussion on allow some city to do the sweeping and then town area, and then they get refunded through the state. Only they didn't agree on the system. But there was effort to do that in the past. So that's why I ask those questions is we trying to organize the system to serve the county best. If we gonna delay the county road because of the state contract, then let the state contract with those municipalities. It's been my opinion for a long time on that issue. Thank you.
So you'll get back with that information
Yes.
for us? Okay. Okay, any other questions or comments? Okay, do we have a motion? Okay, we
Yeah,
have a
I made a
motion
motion,
and
yeah.
support, yeah, that's right. All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Ayes have it. Next item,
Item 7, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Livonia for improvements to Clement Circle and Rotary
okay,
Parks.
thank you. Okay, this is for Livonia, it's actually in Commissioner Webb's district and my district. She represents 10% of Livonia, so it's actually two districts.
To please the chair, I move for approval.
Thank you.
Support?
Okay, given approval and support. Any questions? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Okay, motion is approved. Next item.
Item 8, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Dearborn for improvements to Lapeer and New Graham Street Parks.
Okay,
Move for approval.
okay. Given approval-
Support.
Given approval and support. Any questions, comments? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. Next item.
Item 9, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the Township of Van Buren for improvements for French Landing Park.
Okay, thank you.
So move.
Okay,
Support.
approval and support. Any questions, comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, ayes have it again. Next item.
Item 10, requesting commission approval of a modification to a sole source contract with Bronner Display and Sign Advertising to extend the term of the contract to provide life vest displays.
Okay, thank you. This is just an extension of the contract and no
Support.
cost. Yeah, okay. It's been moved by Commissioner Ware, supported by Mr. Haddis.
I support.
Everybody
this as
supports
well.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's,
All right, any questions? Again, it's not a difference in amount, just extending the contract. All right, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, ayes have it, and that is opening November 21st, I believe, the light display. Okay, next item.
Item 11, requesting commission approval of a modification one to a contract with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources to allow sufficient time to successfully complete the Hines Park Ann Arbor Trail connector.
Okay, this, I believe, is there someone here on this? Elizabeth, are 11 and 15 together?
Hi, Elizabeth Isler, Wayne County Parks. 11 is the extending the trust fund agreement, the DNR agreement. Then 15 is to extend and add additional funds to the engineering firm that's doing that project.
So they are somewhat
Are
together, it's
connected,
just
yeah.
the fund. So we can
Yes.
take an 11 and 15 together. Does anybody have any questions on this? It's been an ongoing project?
Yeah,
Like
it
for
just-
a long
It
time.
took longer than was anticipated, so that's why both of these things are on here.
move for approval. Maybe we hope we speed the process.
Yes, thank you.
You hope to what, Commissioner Haddis? Oh, speed the process, yep, okay. Yes, Commissioner Ware always liked that. So 11 and 15 together? Okay. Any questions or comments? Okay. If you're in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Blank. Any nays? Okay, ayes have it. Number 12. Okay, this is for an application. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Item 12, requesting commission approval of a grant application submission with the Michigan Department of Transportation, Transportation Economic Development Fund, in the support of an application for the design and construction documents of the Miller and Rotunda Bridge.
Okay,
Move for approval.
all right, we have approval, support. I have one question on this. Is someone here for this one?
Ron Agasinski, Engineering Division.
Okay, Ron, this is for the application, right? Now, at the state level, are we just moving along with this since did the governor's veto affect this in any way? Or are we just moving along with this, hoping to get us back into the budget, or what's?
The governor's veto did not affect any funding for this project.
It didn't, okay.
We are looking to a federal grant for the construction of the project.
Okay, all right, so this is just moving along, and nothing's been stopped with this?
Correct.
All right, great. Go ahead.
So, Ron, I believe the county already contracted, or we're in the process of the design for the Miller Bridge and for Miller Road, correct?
Correct. We have hired a design consultant for the design of it. And what we're trying to do now is apply for a grant to pay for it so that it doesn't come out of county funds. Otherwise, we'll pay for it with county funds.
Okay. All right, thank you.
That's good news, especially Miller Road, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions? We have an approval and support. All in favor?
Aye.
Say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Next item.
Item 13, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with Plymouth Township for the Local Partnering Initiative 2018.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner
So moved.
Dobbs. District.
Support.
All right, we have an approval and support. Any questions on this? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Next item.
Item 14, requesting commission approval of a construction contract with Cadillac Asphalt LLC for road improvement work.
Move approval?
Support, big support.
Yeah, big support.
Big support. Okay, any questions? Go
I
ahead,
do.
Commissioner Palomar.
Thank you, Madam Chair. When will this project begin, do you think, now with the weather and whatnot?
It will not start this fall, no.
Okay,
We're looking at next spring, but we're also trying to figure out when's the best time to start it next year, because there's also work going on the Grosse Ile Free Bridge, and we don't want these two projects to clash with each other and cause traffic backups.
correct.
So there was a meeting this morning, and I came here instead of that meeting, so,
All right,
okay.
thank you.
So, Ron, I have a question. With this snow now, what is going on with construction? Does it all halt and hopefully start up again, or?
Most of the projects are buttoning up for the year, so.
Okay,
If there's anybody out there doing work, they're just finishing up just to clean it up for the winter season and then go away until spring.
okay, so even with this snow, there'll still be
There'll still be some
buttoning
work
up?
going on, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Is there certain time where the asphalt plant close? There'll be no production,
Most
or the
as-
cement?
Most asphalt plants have closed by now, and the cement plants close usually around November 15th, so within the next week or
So
so.
we
This is an unusually early snow. Chances are this is going to go away, and we'll have a few days of decent weather. If we needed to pour something, we'll still be able to do that, but we also then use cold weather protection on concrete that gets poured under adverse conditions.
So the pothole season is gonna arrive early.
Yep. But we're hiring more pothole people, right? From my-
That's not part of I'm not sure.
Okay, I think that was mentioned to us.
Well, the
More
joke-
pothole
The
people?
joke on
Oh.
Facebook was with the amount of snow that we had, it covered all the potholes.
For now.
For now.
For now. Okay, we have an approval and support on this. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item.
Item 16, requesting commission approval of a cooperative agreement with AIS Construction Equipment Corporation to purchase 3 John Deere loaders through Mindale Cooperative Contract.
Okay. Any questions on this?
So move.
Support.
All right, we have an approval and support. Comments, questions? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Number 17.
Item 17, requesting commission approval of a cooperative agreement with AIS Construction Equipment Corporation.
Okay,
So move.
all right.
Support.
We have an approval and support. Any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Motion passes. Number 18.
Item 18, requesting commission approval of a cooperative agreement with Bader and Sons Company to purchase 1 John Deere tractor with a boom mower for the Department of Public Services.
Okay, thank you.
So move for approval.
Right?
Can't go wrong with John Deere.
No. No, you can't. Okay, we have an approval and support. Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Number 19.
Item 19, requesting commission approval of a cooperative agreement with the Detroit Salt Company for road salt.
Support.
Okay, we have an approval and support. I do have a question on this one. Uh-huh, because it's like $4 million more.
We need the thought, though.
Yeah, we do. Oh, no, we do.
Derek Coley, Equipment Division Director.
Okay, my question is, this is a $5 million contract, right? So looking at the other years, we're like $1 million, $2 million. How come this, and it's only a one-year contract? Just wondering. It jumped up like $3 million from last year.
Yes, Madam Chair, this is because there's only one vendor. The contract had been split between multiple vendors in previous years.
Okay,
And
this is just the one?
This is one.
And why are we
yes.
doing one? Because I know it's always good to have a backup.
The state negotiates all of that. We give them what we plan to buy.
Okay.
They put it all together, they bid it out, and then they tell us who the awardee is, and then we put together the paperwork that's in front of you.
So there's not a backup vendor then with the salt this year? Huh, okay.
Not.
Usually there is, right? Okay, well, that's interesting. All right, Commissioner Farrar.
It has not always been split up, but recently they have, and this is a Wayne County firm
Okay.
or company, so I'm very happy that we did not split it. This is in my district. Thank you.
Well, and I think the reason it's split is not because of awarding more companies, it's for a fail-safe in case somebody runs out of snow and it's a bad winter.
Apparently, that is one of the reasons that they did split it in the past.
Right. Okay. Any questions? Yeah, when I was in Livonia, we had some problems with, that we needed backup sometimes.
I have a quick question. Do we ever carry over some of the salt from previous years? If, let's say, we have a mild winter, do we ever carry that?
Some of our domes are, I'd say, around 50% filled right now. We do try to do a final fill in the spring to fill up all the domes so that we can have salt in case of storms that arrive early. Some of the contracts coming from the state have been delayed. If you remember last year, we didn't get the approval until December. But yes, our domes right now are 50% capacity.
So it's possible if we get a mild winter, we may not use all of the salt this year, this winter season.
That is correct.
Okay.
So
Commissioner
expect
Hannis?
half of
Oh,
that
are you
next
done?
year.
Wonder
We expect half of that
the
next
state-
year.
The state make the contract, and we buy through the state. You said you buy some early spring. Is that go with the same price, or the price fluctuate with the weather, or?
Yes, the contract is for the entire year, so even if we buy it in April, it's still part of this contract, even if we buy after the winter. And we usually do a fill, or at least get some orders in from the yards in April or May in anticipation of early snow and for snow and ice control before the contracts are done the following year.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? All right, we have an approval and support, correct?
Yep.
Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Okay, thank you. All right, next item.
Item 20, requesting commission approval of an intergovernmental agreement with the Charter Township of Northville for improvements to Millennium Park.
Thank you. This is from the millage money for Northville.
I will move on your behalf.
Okay, thank you. All right, we have an approval and support. Any questions? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, ayes have it. And last item.
Item 21, requesting commission approval of a 3-year contract with a 2-year option to renew with ProCare Tree Services to provide the tree removal and trimming services.
Okay, and this is for the whole county and for 3 years. Yes.
I'd be glad to support that motion because in the past, I complained, it's not in my nature to complain. I always feel when something go wrong, what you could do about it, just do about it. The forestry, in my opinion, in Wayne County, been very slow to respond. Whatever the reason, sometime it's acceptable by the commission and the administration, but it's not acceptable by the resident and the people who really face difficulty through the lack of services, because I visit many sites when I receive serious complaint. The cocktail hide in the traffic side, people can't see it. People can't exit out of their driveway because they can't see the traffic coming. So I hope for next year, it's my wish, is to see how can we make the forestry division more effective and have a faster response.
Is there someone here on this item? Just to touch base with. Please introduce yourself. I don't know if all the commissioners have met you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Steve Shea, Deputy Director of Roads.
Now, Steve took Bill Banham's place, if you guys have not met him, and he's doing a great job.
Thank
So
you.
you've been here, what, two weeks?
Now about a month and a half.
Oh, a month and a half, okay. All right, time flies. Okay, so you're brand new, I get that, but,
So the issue with this, Commissioner, is that there's not enough employees in the Forestry Division. And like Commissioner Hayda said, that we need to kind of start, get caught up with all the demands and complaints. So that's the reason why we're going out to hire this contractor.
okay, so do you have a schedule, or do complaints take priority at this point? Because I know some, like Commissioner Haddis said, sometimes it's a danger
Yes.
type thing where you
It
can't
all
leave. So
depends.
do the complaints take priority, or?
Well, the complaints, it depends how severe they are.
Okay.
And then that takes precedence as to where do we respond. But we're backlogged.
Yeah.
And we're working really hard to try to get caught up, even working Saturdays and occasions to get caught up with some of the SR complaints.
So do you think this is going to help with this contract?
This will help tremendously.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been told really, they have enough equipment. One time with a visit to one of the yard, and I see a lot of equipment, but no people to run those equipment.
Not enough bodies.
So we need to give support to the forestry to hire more people.
Okay, yeah, we just passed
I
that budget.
understand too, they have a limited budget on the overtime too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any questions before he leaves? Okay. All right, do we have a motion? We have a motion and support. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Next item.
Item E, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Anybody with such other matters?
Yeah,
Commissioner
I'd
Brady.
like to get an update from Parks on the Fishway project in Dearborn. Was it too late this year? Are they going to do anything?
Hi, Elizabeth Isler, Wayne County Parks. I believe they are finalizing the agreement with Z Contractors to move forward. And it sounded like they were actually going to mobilize until the snow happened. They're gonna hold off, but there is a lot of work that they'll be able to do over the winter. They can do all of like the infrastructure, the the rock work, anything that's hardscape related. And then in the spring is when they'll come in and do the, kind of the planting and revegetating. But yeah, they are intending to work over the winter.
Okay.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Jim Jernigan, Assistant Corporation Counsel. That is an accurate statement. In fact, we were told on Friday that Z was going to be back out there this week to start doing some of the work that was just described in terms of remobilizing, getting the hardscape back out there. And we were told within the last 2 weeks that absent something truly exceptional, they'll be able to work pretty much all winter. Absent, obviously, planting
Right.
and things like that. But a lot of this has to do with placement of stone, which they indicated that they will be able to do throughout the winter.
I will keep an eye. I'll be inspecting every day. That's my trail.
Yeah, they'll
His
put,
daily walk.
they're also putting the temporary bridge back in, so they won't be using the new bridge, which
Oh.
we didn't want them doing that either, since it's a new bridge,
And I
so.
do plan on following up with Z's attorney. Plan is still to get back out there based on what they told us. 'Cause
Right.
in an email, as of Friday, we were told they're coming out this week.
I have a question. Is this gonna cost the county any money? This additional work that's being done, is it gonna cost us taxpayers money, or are they gonna, because they have a bond and they're bonded, and are they gonna, cover whatever damage that was caused?
So the additional work is going to be covered by a grant $800,000 in grant money.
Okay.
So my understanding is that no additional funds will come from the county other than what was already budgeted.
Right.
Okay.
So yes,
All right. Thank you for the update.
you're welcome.
Sure.
Great. Okay, anybody else? Such other matters? Okay, next item.
Item F, public comments.
Anybody from the public that would like to address CAPS? Anyone from the public? Okay, I'm not seeing anybody, so next item.
Item G, adjournment.
Motion to
Okay, we have a
approve.
motion to adjourn, support, all those in favor, say aye. Okay, CAPS is now adjourned. Thank you, everyone.